Hey, this is Robert Smith with Smith & Company. We're going to do a recap on the Flow Mach 100 that been installed for since last week. So, gentleman Eric actually installed did a good job as he could, considering what he was dealing with. So, several things that that we're not real satisfied with. Obviously, this rat's nest here, I'm not really sure why any machine would be designed to not have a machine cover. To cover that up. You can see that it's really, kind of not real good shape there. Should have designed that with a cover. So he did, the best he could, making it look somewhat better. Still cabinet. You can see it. It obviously still looks like, it's made in China. So we've got this. So this hose system, I guess just looking at the photo from the brochure that was provided to me, if I would have known that, we're going to have to pipe up the high pressure hose, all through the air, and okay, I know we got this fan here, but the one on the brochure just goes up and down to the back. We got this stand right here. That's kind of interesting. But then you got the pump here that has no cover. So we're just sitting here, looking at this, and I'm sure it's going to get hot, so hopefully nobody will fall over and, burn their hand on it. But the one in the brochure and on the quotation that I received is not this. Because if I would have seen this, I would have said no. And there again, if I would have seen this high pressure line going through the air, honestly, it looks like an antenna. I've just never seen anything like this. Maybe that's something standard for Flow. I don't know, but it just, it just doesn't look right. Even this top piece I was just showing you, in the brochure, it doesn't look like this. So why would you have a picture of something, and then under the picture caption, it even says it represents the Mach 100? You don't see any of this stuff on the brochure picture. So that's just part of the problem. The other problem, and I'll send you a little video clip of it, is when it's cutting. So we cut one part. Well, we've cut a couple today, but we just cut this one part right here, like about 30 minutes ago. Little, I don't know, it's 2 3/4 inch. You see what it is. Literally one. You can't even hear yourself think when it's running, but we can deal with that. But the problem is, it shoots out water 10 foot from the machine. So everything in this area within a 10-foot radius is going to be wet and look like garnet. So it's dried now, but 2 parts. We wiped this off before we cut the last part. This is, it just sprayed out just from, that 5-minute part. So imagine if this thing's running, for 4 hours, cutting a 4x4 piece of plate into all kind of pieces. I mean, literally this whole area is going to be soaked and filthy. Now, when I had Adam in, stopped by, gave me a presentation, Jake and I showed him the facility, told him what we were creating, polished floors. We had sheetrock already in the area of where the water jet is going to go. And there was never any mention that, hey, maybe may not be the best water jet for you guys, because you know what? This water jet blows shit everywhere. Excuse my French. I mean, this thing is blowing steam. It's blowing water everywhere. I mean, literally the person operating this machine is going to get soaking wet. So we're putting it, these are brand new. There are center units and the wash for Mark Ford. So you can see, I mean, literally, it's spraying all the way over here. And we are a good 14 foot or so from the nozzle. But yeah, I mean, it's just this machine, unfortunately, it's just not going to work. I mean, this machine is designed to go in an old dirty warehouse that, has 30-foot ceilings, walls made of something waterproof, and it is, I mean, you can see it. This is just from setting up and cutting. I mean, it's just not gonna work. I wish this would have been discussed, before we ordered the machine. Because if these things would have been brought up, we probably, would have looked at another machine, or possibly may not have purchased a water jet at this time, maybe, when we got to another facility. So I just assumed, the only thing that I was comparing it to was our 21-year-old Omax water jet that literally you can stand right where that control cabinet is and cut the material. So one would think 21 years later, technology and machines would get better, not worse. I'm just really not sure, one, who would even buy these machines? Two, who would even sign up for something that blows shit everywhere? I mean, maybe it doesn't matter, but I couldn't recruit anybody that would come and say, hey, look, I need you to put some, waders on and a rain suit because you're going to operate the water jet. It's just not something that I can do. So, I mean, nice covers. I mean, obviously, you can imagine after, oh yeah, it's garnet right there. I mean, just already flying, over the little cover there. So, yeah, very dissatisfied with this machine. I had some hope, at the beginning, and honestly, if this machine, would have cut and didn't spray water absolutely everywhere, and not going to ruin the whole area, it would have probably been fine. I mean, does it cut? Yes, but it makes a hell of a mess. So it doesn't really fit into what we are trying to create here, which was made, known when we were getting this estimate. So, yeah. So, only thing I can do is say it's going to have to go back. There's nothing that we can do because we're not going to be able to use this machine. We're not going to put up plexiglass, and surround this machine just to be able to use it, because that's just that's insane for one. And not really sure who would even sign up for that. So anyway, that's all on this. I wished it would have turned out better, because our hopes, you know, that it would. I mean, we've already spent, you know, probably $10,000 or $15,000 with power, plumbers, putting concrete drains in and so forth, you know, in hopes of having a water jet that would actually complement what we're doing here. But unfortunately, this machine really doesn't come close to what we expected. So I'll end it there and send this email. Thank you.